The Lexus RX is the best-selling premium SUV in America. Should it be?
But first, here's how much the Lexus RX costs.
There's some nice materials here with the stitching and this soft material, although I fear I would ruin that with tacos and matcha lattes.
You're gaining quite the reputation as the sloppiest eater in the automotive biz. That's right, Cookie Monster's like...
It's because you guys are funny and spit takes are common.
Aww.
I particularly like this material here because it gives it some visual texture, but it's smooth, so it would easily wipe clean.
Meanwhile, over here in the driver's zone, we've got shiny black plastic. Where we live is very dusty, and so we got all that. We got smudges and stuff, but everything else looks nice.
And there's so much practical storage as well. This is like the best designed phone zone I have ever seen.
Oh.
There's a place here to set a phone with adjacent charge ports, and then there is a covered place to store your phone with a wireless charger, additional phone storage, and more charge ports.
Behind that, we've got a couple of cup holders, although I noticed that your big cup was a little bit difficult to get out.
Yes, but I do appreciate that it's a multi-height cup holder.
Tall bottles welcome. Behind that, we have this dual action center console storage lid, and then a lot of space in there. Move over to the doors, plenty of bottle storage. I would say these are sauce pockets where the door handles are, but they're soft on the inside, and I fear that my sweet and sour might befoul that soft material.
But I do have an individually sized sauce pocket right here.
Passenger nugs, also welcome. We're driving the sportiest rendition of RX. This is the 500h F Sport, and we've got great lateral support. And I also love Lexus seats because there's no pressure points. It really accommodates my body type in a supportive yet comfortable way.
Me too, and I appreciate how adjustable
Please refer
it is.
to your owner's manual for more information when it is safe to do so.
Don't you ever
Okay.
interrupt my sweetie. Behind my ideal front seat position, legroom is outstanding. Headroom also quite good. When you move to that inboard position, there's a little bit of a raised hump, and it works fine for my body type, 5'10", long torso, poofy hair, average American man. Where it gets challenging is in the headroom space. I can't sit comfortably in that middle spot. Kiddo, what about you? How's that middle spot work?
It works pretty good for me.
And then on the outside, you feeling comfy?
Yeah.
What about climbing in and out of the Lexus RX?
It's just as good.
In the back, we also have standard rear vents and also a recline function. And in our fancy version, we have a power recline. After the rear seats, we have 29.6 cubic feet of space, which is more than enough for a family of our size. But if you look at other premium SUVs, that's below average. I do like that we have a standard power liftgate, and in our version, we've got a little optional kick feature. And I was amazed, it worked on the very first kick.
We also have releases in the cargo area that power the seats up and down, and a 40-20-40 split.
Long items, also welcome.
This is such a welcoming video.
As an impatient man, I'm slightly annoyed at how long it takes those seat backs to motor down, but you don't have to continue to hold them. After like a second or two, you can let go and they'll just kind of do their thing. Oh, and I am pleased to see that there is a spare tire back there. Now, what about the car seat situation, sweetie?
There are 3 top tethers, lower anchors on the outboard positions. I'm 5'2". Behind a workable front seat position for myself, there is room for a rear-facing car seat back there. Lots of room.
The car thought I was going to crash into those people. I was not. Speaking of safety, the Lexus RX is rated 5 stars overall from the NHTSA. Moving to the IIHS, it's interesting. 2023, this was the top safety pick plus. 2024 is the top safety pick minus the plus. And in 2025, it was rated poor for the updated moderate overlap front impact test. The IIHS has changed their standards. The vehicles haven't been updated to accommodate that super specific test. But what's even weirder is that moderate overlap test, where it's rating poorly, is because of rear passenger impact on the chest. It's not even about intrusion into the cabin. It's like, how are the rear seatbelts spreading out that load? Despite that poor rating, I would say that the Lexus RX is still a very safe vehicle. As for active safety, we've got a full suite of driver assist technologies. We also have 10 airbags standard. Family, what do we think? Is Lexus RX family friendly?
With a base price just a smidge over 50 grand, it is rich family friendly.
Rear window test. All the way down! Yeah! Woo-hoo! Armrest test. Driving in a comfortable 8 and 4, relatively easy access to the inboard and outboard armrest. Solid squish factor, except right on the edge, where there's this plastic right underneath, and that's where my elbow lands, and that's pretty darn uncomfortable. I'm gonna go 50% inboard, 85% outboard. Moving onward to style. This generation of Lexus RX does a really nice job of walking the line between being stylized, but not like too stylish. We're not like going crazy with it.
The style elements are fairly dramatic, so it is impressive that it doesn't look over the top. Like that large indentation on the side, the front, how angular it is, and how the grille slowly integrates into the body.
I like how it like almost like fades in. And the thing that impressed me when I walked up to this thing is like, oh, it's got the sporty F-Sport fascias, and they actually blend really well with the basic body shape. The door handles are odd because it's like, looks like you're supposed to grab them, but there's actually like a little electronic release. There is a logic behind that. They want those electronic releases so they can keep the door from opening in case like a car is coming up behind you.
And on the inside, instead of pulling, you're supposed to push.
They've integrated the emergency release into it, so you just pull the opposite direction if you need to get out. Our particular tester is the all-new for 2025 Black Line Special Edition. What does that name mean? A bunch of black stuff on the outside. You got black trim all around here. You also get these special 21-inch wheels, and behind there, you get orange brake calipers, and as a fan of orange, I really like that. And then also I have to point out, as I slightly stumbled there, this incognito paint looks super cool in person. I really like that. If you personally would like to also be incognito or just wear the most lightweight, durable, flexible eyewear on the planet, consider Flying Eyes eyeglasses and sunglasses. They're made for pilots, but you can wear them too. Link in the description to learn more. We think Lexus has done a good job making the RX stylish but widely acceptable. What do you think? Do you like the look of the RX? Dislike it? Tell us in the comment section. And also, thank you guys for watching this video and leaving a little comment or liking. Whatever you do to support us, we appreciate it. Moving onward to In Motion. As mentioned, we have the sportiest rendition of RX. In this case, we've got an F-Sport tuned adaptive suspension. And you might think, oh, that might feel a little abusive. No, this is still very much an RX. Even on my long commute, there are sections where there's like choppy pavement, and it manages that quite nicely. Also very quiet in here, which makes it easier to hear me, so that's problematic for my family, but a quiet cabin really does give you a sense that you're in a premium vehicle. My biggest curiosity about driving the RX F-Sport was how it would handle our winding mountain roads. There is a lack of sharpness and immediacy to steering inputs that I think detracts from the sportiness. And I think we should draw a distinction here. There's a difference between performance and sportiness. Performance is like, how quickly can you go from here to there? Whereas sportiness is like, oh, I'm having a conversation with the car. I'm asking something, and how does it respond to me? And in that regard, there's just sort of a vague softness to the steering that I think is counter to the concept of sportiness. However, if you buy a Lexus RX, how much do you want your steering to be reactive? So it's kind of like you want the vibe of sportiness, but you're not serious about sportiness. This may be the sportiest RX, but it's not sporty. At least not where steering is concerned. That does lead in naturally to the powertrain, which is interesting. Floored, whee! It is a hybrid powertrain, but they have paired it with a 6-speed automatic transmission. So what you have is a very natural acceleration feel. You might also be thinking 6 speeds, that's not very many for an automatic transmission in the modern era. We have electric propulsion in the equation. So whatever propulsive gaps you might have between those ratios is really filled up by the electric motor's torque. 0 to 60 runs take a touch under 6 seconds, so not blistering fast, but plenty to have a good time. And in normal operation, those gear changes just happened there. Really can't feel any change in propulsion. So it's refined when you want it to be, but also kind of playful.
Like a dog in a top hat.
We do have a couple of drive modes to play with, but you have to push a button here, then it pulls up the drive mode thing, and then you can go in here. It's not a laborious process, but simply having that one barrier means fewer people are going to even use it because they probably won't even know it's there. There's also a feature in here called Proactive Driving Assist, and that's the first thing I turn off anytime I get into a Lexus. It'll automatically slow down around corners and stuff. I'm the driver, let me drive. One last test, let's do the Micah Muzio Limo Challenge. Can I bring this thing to a velvety smooth stop? I've noticed sort of an odd artificial brake feel. No.
Aww.
It's always that last foot. It's like I'm right there and then dunk. So no, that does not pass the Micah Muzio Limo Challenge. Sad.
Is it kind of like when you're about to beat a level on a video game and then the power goes out?
Yes, that is exactly what that's like, kiddo. Well observed. That's what I think about driving the Lexus RX. What does Sweetie think? Evie's at the wheel. I'm going to ask, we haven't talked about this in a long while, but how do you like the drive selector?
I don't find it intuitive to use. To put it into drive, you have to move it to the side and backwards. And to go backwards, you have to put it to the side and forward. I accidentally put it in drive when I was attempting to go into reverse the other day.
Well, then we got a little test here. Sweetie, put us in drive. Yay, you did it.
If I had a little more time with it, I would get used to it.
Do you feel comfortable driving this thing?
I do. Part of it is the size. It's not too big. The power is plentiful for me. And I feel like I can predict where it's going to turn reliably.
I predict left. Hey!
Yay!
Any visibility challenges?
Over my left shoulder, there's a large pillar that I can't see beyond. And I'm not jazzed about this situation. It seems like if there was something low there, it might be difficult to see.
Thankfully, blind spot warning comes standard on the Lexus RX.
Hooray!
If we were in the market for a premium SUV, are there any game killers that would keep you from driving the Lexus RX?
No game killers
Not
here.
even the shifter?
Not even the shifter. I would adapt to that.
Very good. I'm getting back in the driver's seat. Moving on to remarks. Infotainment. We got a standard 9.8-inch screen in the Lexus RX or this optional 14-point nothing unit. It's 14 inches. And wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto comes standard.
Normally, I don't care for the HVAC controls being in the screen, but this is very easy to operate, and the controls that I would like to use most while driving are easy to access. I like these little climate control knobs. They look great and they work well. I found the menu easy to navigate. It's kind of simple with the shortcuts on the side. They are a little bit far away and hard to see, but I have bad eyes.
Not that she can't see with them, but they're actually naughty.
Ooh.
What are you looking at? We also have a voice activation feature. Hey, Lexus.
Bro, it only does it when you don't want.
That's true. Hey, Lexus. Tell me a joke.
I love telling dad jokes. Sometimes he will laugh.
Huh?
Did she say bad jokes or dad
I
jokes?
think it's dad joke.
Oh, I thought she said bad jokes, and I was like, that is a bad joke because there's no punchline.
Impressively, they both apply.
One thing I don't care for is the fact that the steering wheel controls are not labeled. It's because they are multi-purpose. You can see what the different functionalities of them are by looking either in the gauge cluster or the head-up display, but I have a poor memory, so I always forget what they're supposed to do. I wish they were labeled.
Because I drive in a 9 and 3 position most of the time, my thumb meat, whatever this part is, will kind of brush up against it. So I have things popping up in the HUD and in the gauge display, and it's like, I don't need to see that. Hopping back on the praise train, we have a very functional 360-degree camera system. It's got a little fly-around view, so you can like clear the area before departing, and then it also has a quasi see-through function where it caches imagery to make it look like you're driving kind of an invisible car, and that's really helpful for maneuvering around here where we've got rocks and all sorts of different debris that we're hoping to avoid.
And makes you feel a little bit like Wonder Woman.
Returning to this video's original premise, the Lexus RX is like the best-selling premium SUV in America. Should it be? Is it a worthy bestseller? Well, yeah, it's like functional, stylish, and reliable. It's got great resale values. And aside from some IIHS standard weirdness, it is a very safe car. What Lexus did with the RX is make a vehicle that feels a little bit indulgent, but it's also an unassailable choice. If anybody's like, what'd you get? You're like, a Lexus RX. They're never gonna be like, are you sure you wanted to do that? Yeah, I think it is a worthy bestseller. And now let's take a look under the hood in a test inspired by my buddy Brian. Here's how you open the hood on a Lexus RX, and I like those struts. Here's where you check the oil level. That's where you can add oil, and over on the right side, that's where you add the washer fluid. And if you're wondering what the RX's horn sounds like, all right, let's talk engine choices. The base Lexus RX features a 2.4-liter turbocharged engine and an 8-speed automatic transmission. If you want all-wheel drive, that's an extra $1,600. Then there's the 350h. That's the hybrid with an electronic continuously variable transmission. It only comes with all-wheel drive. The RX 500h we've been driving also comes only with all-wheel drive. Lastly, there's the RX 450h Plus, which is a plug-in hybrid. You can cover 37 miles with electric power alone.
Sweetie,
Yeah,
please share our trim recommendation.
I shall. Our trim recommendation is which trim will give you the essential features you would regret not getting, but at the lowest possible price. The base Lexus RX 350 includes 8-way power heated front seats, multi-zone climate control, a 12-speaker audio system, a power hatchback, a rich suite of driver assist technology, plus smart key access, everything you need. As for the competition, you have premium SUVs like the Acura MDX, the Genesis GV80, or maybe the Buick Enclave. And yes, we've reviewed all of those vehicles. We might review too many cars. Did we miss any remarks? If so, tell us in the comments section. And now it is our daughter's time to shine. Child, can you tell us what is your favorite feature in the Lexus RX?
I like the seat robotic recline thing.
Yes, the power recline feature, though they really should call it a robotic recline, is a nice feature. Because sometimes when you have a lever, you got little like 10-year-old arms, that's not necessarily going to get the job done. Push button, you can relax in comfort. Family, I think we've done a good job reviewing the Lexus RX. May I have a 5? And a 5, and you. Come get your high five. Blammo! And now please enjoy our AI-generated synopsis song about the Lexus RX.
In a world where thrills are sought, the Lexus RX, it plays it safe, not wild or fast, but a trusted choice. It's the right